All right, and we're live. Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Vays. I hope you guys can hear me through the mask, though I am going to take it off. There you go. We are at Johannesburg International Airport. I made a decision last night to head back to the US. The situation is escalating, and the number of corona cases here in South Africa is rising somewhat quickly. And it's not, and even though I still think it's safer here, the reason why I'm going to head back to the US is because I don't want to, get stuck outside of the US for like 6 months. And also, I don't know if the US is going to shut down all international travel. So if I'm going to get stuck somewhere for 6 months, I would rather it be back home. And I'm just going to isolate myself. I'm going to do a self-quarantine. And that's assuming I don't get forced quarantined once I land in the US tomorrow morning. I'll be spending all day at the airports. And then I got a 15-hour flight direct from Cape Town. I'm on my way to Cape Town now. I got 3 hours. The security here is actually not bad. No one even checked my temperature. Which is kind of worrying, but I mean, I'm fine. So that's basically the plan at the moment. I'm also afraid that this weekend, US might just shut off all international travel. So I booked a flight last night to head back to the US. All right, let's go look at the charts and we'll see what is going on. Yeah, I think my risk of actually catching something has just gone up astronomically by spending 15 hours on an airplane and a total of maybe 10 hours at airports. And God knows how long the queue is going to be once I get to the US and everyone's bunched together, which is not the best way. It's like they're checking you on the way out, but then they're herding you like cattle from the pictures that I've seen. So your probability of catching something while waiting to exit the airport is astronomically high. It's just gross inefficiency. They should be doing that stuff outdoors, not indoors. All right, let's go to screen share. We'll look at the charts. US is a shit show. I agree, but if I'm gonna get stuck somewhere, I'd rather it be and my keyboard's not working. I'd rather be in my apartment with a working keyboard and going back to trading. I mean, this is, I don't mind getting locked down for 6 months. And this is a good time for me to start trading traditional markets, volatile markets. And there's definitely opportunities there to do something. I have no food in my house. So that's a different problem once I get home. Because I don't know if there's any food in the supermarkets left in the US. It was fine here. Everyone is nice and calm here in South Africa. It's no problem at all. Yeah, I mean, if I get forced quarantine when I land, that's gonna suck. All right, guys, here's the weekly chart. Yeah, I like South Africa. I'll definitely come back again. There's food, but no toilet paper. Perfect. Okay, here's the weekly chart. The weekly candle is looking pretty bullish, but we're still below the weekly 200-day moving average. There's really not that much I can say about Bitcoin other than the bearish pennant that I was concerned about yesterday is probably over. Bitcoin is now looking more bullish than bearish. Wait, what just happened? Okay, Bitcoin is now looking, it's hard to look at this chart. Now the BitMax premium still favors the bulls. So that's good. But here's the thing that I like. I like this green 2 going above this green 1. See, this red line was never crossed. This was going to be my panic zone. This was going to be, hey, this shit is going to go down hard. But now we just did the opposite of that, which is a green 2 going above a green 1 ever so slightly, but it clearly went above. The high yesterday, let me see. The high yesterday was 5452.43, and the high now was 5475. So we have broken this line. This means at the moment I am short-term bullish on Bitcoin. I'm short-term bullish on Bitcoin because of TA. And the time to buy was obviously here, but you had a second chance. And I bought this second chance on GBTC. I still have some of that trade, not as much as I should have, but I kind of, you know, panicked a little bit, but I still have some of that trade on the books for my long. And I'm happy with that, with that one. And I might actually add more. Yeah, Bitcoin on the CME futures is on a 9 buy right there. It's not a, it's a quasi 9. It's a, but it's still a 9 buy. Bitcoin is looking good right here. It feels like people are calming down a little bit. I like this action in the futures market, guys. It's really unfortunate that I will not get to participate in the live market. Maybe I will. I have a 15-hour flight. Maybe I'll just pay for Wi-Fi. I usually like to use airplanes to get away from the internet, but I might actually, you know, pay the money and have Wi-Fi throughout the flight so I can actually trade from the flight. Also, it's a packed flight. I think I got like the last seat and it was not freaking cheap. And no business. That was all booked out. Not that I was going to pay $10,000 or anything like that. But it's a packed flight. Like I'm stuck in a middle seat somewhere in the back. It's going to be, it's like almost dangerous to go back to the US considering the risk of the travel plus what's going to happen in the US versus South Africa. The reason why I like South Africa is because they are very self-sustained when it comes to food. Very self-sustained. Like everything grows here: fruit, vegetables that I don't eat, plenty of good meat. You know, I got my avocados. Everything is pretty natural, so it's good. Here's the S&P. Let's put sequential back on. Okay, so that was the 9 yesterday. And like I said in my tweet, you need balls of steel to go long here, which I am, there are trades I want to make. So there's a strategy I'm going to implement. I am, the implied volatility is very high. I'm not even selling the options course. I will. I'm going to be selling my options course, but I'm about to implement a strategy where I am going to buy the S&P 500 and I'm going to be selling calls against it because the implied volatility is enormously high. So I'm going to take advantage of the high implied volatility. And I'll be selling calls against my SPY positions. So, John R asks, Tone, did you hear about Jacob Canfield? I did hear about Jacob, and I don't really know what to say other than, I mean, Jacob apparently got caught photoshopping returns. And all I can say is, you will never, ever, ever, ever see me do that. I would rather embarrass the shit out of myself and lose all the money in my trading account than do something like that. You will never see me do it. That's all I can promise. I have not spoken to Jacob. I, you know, don't know the motivation or the reason or whatever, but I will never, ever do that. Like you can, I mean, I don't know how I can guarantee that I will never do that, but if I got caught doing that, I would never show my face again talking markets. I mean, that's just, it's just wrong. I would never do it. That's all I can tell you guys. I like Jacob. Maybe he'll come back from this. I know the community probably crucified him. I wasn't paying much attention. So someone sent me like the tweets, and then they sent me that he deleted his account. All right, guys, we're gonna get to the S&P 500 in a minute. Oil is very, very interesting. Look at oil. Oil made it to my $20 target. Oil made it to $20.52. I am not ready to buy oil yet. The reason I'm not ready to buy oil yet is because it's on a daily 4 without yet a sign of reversal. But I tell you what, if oil comes down to like the $15 to $18 area on a 9, that might be my long trade for the year. I am looking to go, this is another reason why I'm coming home. I think that the opportunities in the market with some of this stuff is incredible. I want to set up my trades for the rest of the year, especially in my retirement accounts. So I will miss the market tonight. Today's market is 3 a.m. in New York. I will be landing in the US at about 9 a.m. on Friday. And unless I'm quarantined into a hospital for the next 2 weeks, I'm hoping to, get straight to work on trading the markets. And maybe I'll do these videos like in the morning before market opens, and maybe in the evening after market closes. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to self-quarantine regardless for probably over 2 weeks, probably for up to a month, maybe. We'll see. And I'm not going to see any of my family, any of my friends, because if anything, like, it's a risk flying back to the US. Okay, so let's go back through the charts. And I spoke to Ugly Old Goat yesterday. We're going to do a live stream together, hopefully soon. So here's the 12-hour chart of Bitcoin. Yeah, it looks like this pennant is breaking up to the upside. Here's the best part. Here's the thing that I like. I kind of like this consolidation here. I like this consolidation a lot. This has, signs of an ascending triangle. And I kind of like it. I like this. I have 3 points of contact and a shit ton of points on the flat side. Like, I really like this. Like that. I really like it. And I can totally see a breakout in Bitcoin here. I would rather be long right now than short in Bitcoin. And we can check this distance here. That's 1,800 points. That's pretty damn good, 1,750 or so. That's pretty damn good. I'll take that. I might even set up some buy orders for Bitcoin, because I think Bitcoin has a chance to break out here for about it doesn't mean Bitcoin still can't go lower before the halving, right? We don't know where the coronavirus is going to go, but I like this. I like Bitcoin to go back to the area of the breakout. I don't know when the last time you guys saw me this bullish, but this is where I'm bullish on Bitcoin. This, however, is going to be trouble. This $7,600 area is going to be a little bit of trouble for Bitcoin. But I like this ascending triangle right here. Especially if people are a little concerned about, the banking system. Look, the CMF has gone positive. I know it's the 4-hour chart. The RSI is looking good. The MACD is looking good. Just has to cross the 0 line. If I go back to the daily, I don't have the 12-hour. Again, MACD crossed. RSI is about to go green with a little bit of a pop. I really like the bullish case for Bitcoin right here. I really, really do. I like a breakout here, especially with the BitMax funding right now. This doesn't mean we can't get rejected. Oh, what did I just press? This doesn't mean we can't get rejected at 7,000 and still go down to 35. But this was the time to buy Bitcoin, like I said in my tweets. And everyone's making fun of that tone finally went bullish. Correct. Tone's bullish now. The Fed's in trouble. No, the Fed's not in trouble. Connect the top trend line to the 3.1 low, please. And a lot of people are over bearish now. What about the def cross? I don't know what time frame, guys. Always provide time frames. Always do time frames, guys. If S&P keeps dropping, won't Bitcoin follow suit? Not necessarily. And I explained this in the last video. The reason why is because, see, S&P, Bitcoin has had its capitulation, right? Look at the S&P. This is the futures in the S&P. The S&P, since hitting these .9, the S&P is down 32%. But look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, in that same time period, Bitcoin was down 63%. So Bitcoin capitulated. So because Bitcoin capitulated, it's decoupling from the stock market a little bit because the panic in Bitcoin already occurred. Connect the ascending triangle to the bottom 3.1K. Ah, I see what you mean. You mean the ascending triangle, but yes. So what you're talking about is if I zoom out, I can connect this down to there. Maybe. Doesn't really matter. But I like Bitcoin right here. I really do. I think it's got a shot to break out. But if there's another wave of panic in the markets, we can then pull back and make another low. But you don't want to take that chance. This is the time to get in. This is the time to get into Bitcoin, guys. I've told all my friends and family that are willing to listen, now is the time to get in. Yeah, I've done this comparison, guys. I did the long-term comparison recently. So if I go to the monthly chart, so I'm not a fan of the monthly RSI. This looks troublesome. This looks like trouble, but the monthly RSI has never gone below this line. So maybe it's okay. It's a little troublesome. I don't like the MACD either on a monthly, but that's okay. This is also troublesome. But the price action is key here. Look, this candle has some similarity with the candle of January 2015, but there's a big difference between the two. This was actually the low. I mean, this was a lower low, but then we made a higher high. This was a lower low, but we didn't make a higher high, and this is the trouble. So the chart isn't exactly the same, but if we can hold, see, we broke the stop and reverse point on a monthly, but if we can hold, guys, I honestly, this candle here, I expected the candle to be right there. This is where I went wrong a little bit. I expected this candle here. It didn't happen. It's here. We can still get this prolonged bear market. We can get stuck in this area for quite a while, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think Bitcoin is going to go below 2K. Like a bunch of articles have come out. I haven't even read them yet. I know Cointelegraph did an article. Let me see. Cointelegraph did an article about me. Where is it? I saw it come through my alerts this morning. I guess they publish a lot. There I am. Really? That's the picture they used? Come on, guys. I mean, it's got the Al Pacino look, but that's about it. I haven't even read this yet. Bitcoin trading at 2,800 isn't scary as long as it happens before May's block reward halving. Tone Vays believes. In the latest edition of Trading Bitcoin, Tone Vays series on March 18th, the celebrated trader, really? I don't know if I go that far, said that as of now, he is eyeing a floor for Bitcoin of 2,000. In his view, Bitcoin has room to have in value in the period prior to the halving, scheduling for around May 9th. It's scary after the halving. It's not scary before the halving. He summarized about the 2,800 level. Yes, that's correct. But remember, this was what I said yesterday. Here's what I'm saying today. Today I'm bullish. Today I'm bullish because I have a green 2 going above a green 1 on a daily time scale. I like these consolidations. I like this ascending triangle nature. And the breakout is happening early on in the count on a 4-hour. There's a lot going for it right here, a lot. Is the U.S. government really giving people money? How do I sign up for that? Oh, Ugly's here. Hey, Ugly, you want to join me on the stream? I got like 2 hours before my flight. Let me send you a link. Boom. If you want to join, Ugly. Oh, I need headphones. If you're going to join me. Question. Does a indicator on Bitcoin like any other guys? I'm not gonna make shit up. I'm not gonna answer things that I don't know. Hey, thank you for your donation, Richard. Much appreciated. Last I heard, Trump was mailing everyone a check for 1,000. Like that will do anything. It will do something. It'll let you buy, you know, a quarter of a Bitcoin maybe, or 20% of a Bitcoin. Did I see the Steam hard fork? I don't care about the Steam hard fork. Steam has always been a scam. I can't believe people still believe in that garbage. I'm hearing they are going to pay out money using tax info. Oh, I hope so. If they give me a break on my taxes. What they should do is say that Bitcoin is tax exempt. That will boom the economy, to be honest with you. All right, let me see if Ugly can join. Hey, Ugly's here. Beautiful. Let's see. Let me see if I got him in my earbuds. Ugly, you with me, buddy? I don't hear you. Ah, you're still muted. Let me unmute you. Thought I unmuted you.
Okay.
There you go. Say something.
Oh, I'm here.
I can hear you.
Me? Oh, good. I don't know if I can get my camera on or not.
I can turn your camera on, which is a dangerous feature. There you go. You turned it on yourself.
Okay.
Like I can turn other people's cameras on that come on my Zoom. I can't believe Zoom lets me do that. Your shutter might be closed because I'm getting a blank image.
Well, I don't have to appear. I can just talk. You can hear me.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm limited on how much bandwidth I can use at the airport, so we'll see if I get cut off from the stream. Hey, I saw your latest video that you did with Juan Gold.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. We got wrecked and bought the bottom. I bought some Bitcoin June futures under 33. That was incredible.
Yeah, no, that's good. You did a good trade. Juan kind of got screwed a little bit. Yeah, but hey, you and I are both bullish now, and I keep going back. when I'm on the airplane, I think I downloaded. I hope I downloaded that video of us back in June talking about. Let me do screen share. I remember it like it was yesterday, man. I can't believe it's been almost it's been 9 months, for God's sakes. But I remember us back in June when I'm gonna go to the weekly chart. Back in June, we did a video right here, right after the $14,000 top. And we talked about the possibility of an 80% correction from that high. And you said that miners should have gotten themselves hedged for the next year, and it's not a problem going all the way down to $3,000. And it finally happened.
Yeah, it finally did. It didn't do it in a way that we thought it would be done, but yeah, this is just an incredible thing. I've never seen the kind of liquidation that we saw. Was just devastating. It really was. It was like there was nobody left to either buy or sell. All the sellers were blown out and all the buyers had already bought. And like I say, I got wrecked along with everybody else, a very small amount, but I immediately put some funds in because I didn't know what was going to happen. We went to the doctor's office and came back. I think I got blown out at 47 and I stepped back in with about half of what I had at 32 and made it all back out. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So,
yeah,
but yeah,
hey, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, the whole thing is here, guys. If you're sitting here licking your wounds now, it's all because you're not managing your accounts. This whole thing in trading, I can't emphasize it. Can't emphasize it enough either. It's managing your funds. It really is. It's not being so much right or wrong. It's just managing your funds in the correct way.
Yeah, Ugly, you watched my video on risk, position size, and leverage management, right?
Yeah, I haven't, but I pretty well know what it says. I'm going to go back. I do need to watch it, but I do know that it's not sexy. You know, everybody wants to know what the next winning trade is, but nobody really wants to understand, hey, to be a winner in this thing, you really have to control your equity.
Yeah, I'm really thinking that for the next financial summit, we're gonna kick off with position size and risk management in Bali when we started off on day one. It's becoming so critical and so important, and it's times like this that I really miss Tyler Jenks.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's good.
what's happening in the market to me is unprecedented. I mean, I was around for the 2008 crisis, sort of, and I was not in the markets trading the .com crisis because that was before my time as a trader. But you're still with me, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't know what the hell's going on my end. Oh, I know what's going on. This should not be there. I would really love to hear Tyler's view on this. What do you think about the stock market? I know it's still panic land, but that is a beautiful 9 reversal candle yesterday.
Yeah,
And
I'm looking for it. I think it's going to, that's why I think you have to be bullish on Bitcoin too. This thing could reverse very, very quickly, almost all the way around the board. We're living in unprecedented times. I mean, you're seeing unprecedented markets. It's because we've had 3 generations now of paper money. And now, now those roosters are coming home, or the hens are coming home to roost. And, it's a great time to live in, guys. Like I say, I'd be glad to trade all my hodl in for if you can make me 40 years younger, because it's going to be an exciting time if you can weather through.
Have you seen this chart that I've had for a while now? This is my long-term historical Dow Jones. I may change it to the S&P because I think there's data for the S&P going back to like 1800s on one of the tickers, but it took me like 40 hours to put this together, and it was for a presentation that I did about the stock market. And as bad as this looks, it's not that bad yet.
Hey, do you know if it's kicked off the hyperwave, the warning signals? I think it has, hasn't it? It took out the 2.
Interesting. Yeah, you know what? I haven't checked on the stock market hyperwave. Let me see if I have one. And my keyboard, I kind of screw up my keyboard, which is another. Yeah, I don't have an S&P hyperwave. You know what? Now that I'm gonna come home and I may be quarantined for like a month, I'll have time to actually work on stuff, and I'm gonna go back to trading. I mean, the opportunities in the stock market are immense. You know what I'm doing right now? I'm about to buy S&P and sell covered calls against it because the implied volatility is through the roof.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's incredible.
And this is called a covered call strategy, and this is the time to learn options, guys. The first thing I'm gonna do when I get home is put the options webinar up on sale because this is the time to learn options. It really, really is. Maybe I'll do it from the airport. I have like 5 hours in Cape Town before my flight. Maybe I'll put it together there if I get like internet access or something.
Well, all the most successful long-term funds, they always are experts at writing these options, writing covered options, and the options market is really, it's not meant for the put and call buyers. It's really meant for the writers that know how to, it's basically a hedging mechanism. That's what all of these markets are for. So you need to remember that as a speculator, that the markets are not put there for the speculator. They're all put there for the hedgers. Because they're trying to pass on the risk, and the speculators, they're the ones that we pick it up that risk.
Yeah. What do you think of the oil markets? I'm not ready to buy into oil yet because I think that there'll be less of a need for oil over the next month. So I'm still waiting. I'm gonna wait for my 9. I'm gonna stick to my principles. I'm not gonna rush in here, but oil fell to $20 yesterday.
No, that's incredible. I don't know what the difference between Canadian and the light crude oil is, but they said Canada's getting wiped out. Their oil is like $7 a barrel now. It must be a much
wow.
grade. Yeah, they said that I don't understand the Russia-China competition. I think the market, I don't. That's not the overwhelming underlying fundamental, but.
Hey, did you see the gold-silver ratio get destroyed?
No, I didn't. Why, did silver fall out of bed?
Yeah, so like this is the gold silver ratio from 1975. And look where it is
Wow.
right now.
Wow. Pull up the silver
So,
chart. So silver's been just tanking, I guess, huh?
right, so silver is at a 10-year low.
Wow.
Now, I have been a big bear on silver. You know me. I've been saying how silver will lose all of its monetary property. And it's insane to expect, you know, $1,000 silver price. I honestly don't know what to do with my silver. That was like the best, sorry, that was like the worst investment I've ever done because I was listening to too many gold and silver bugs.
Yeah, I mean, silver is dirty and it's hard to handle and move. I used to deal in it, and it's difficult to store. It has utility value, and you read the history of the gold standard. The silver interests were very influential in having the U.S. government fix the price of silver at 17 to 1. And of course, even there, they would make a lot of money on the seniorage, which I think is a legitimate function of government. That if a government, provides a usable coinage where the intrinsic value is less than the face value, that's a valuable
Ooh.
service.
Hey guys,
Silver, huh?
I actually like the silver trade right now. Like,
Yeah.
I think silver is complete shit, but I'm not going to deny this 9. And I think the ratio is going to pull back. I mean, silver is going to go sub $10, but it's not going to go there tomorrow. I like this 9 right here on silver. This is why sometimes you got to trade the chart. And
you see Peter Schiff's tweets? Yeah, he's blaming the market for gold not going up.
what happened? Oh, Peter Schiff. Oh,
yeah.
no, Peter Schiff's insane. No, it's insane. Well, here's why these gloom and doomers bother me, right? Like, when there is a catastrophe like this, they're right. They're always right. And if the market doesn't crash and gold doesn't go up, then the market is wrong and they're still right. This is the insanity of it, you know?
Well, I am very Super Bowl. I don't know if you saw. I have a classical sculpture that I tweet out on rare occasions, and it's the 2-boner goat, and
right. Well,
very bullish on Bitcoin.
I got a comment here. Premiums on physical silver is through the roof. Of course it is, because no silver dealer is going to sell it to you at a loss. It happens all the time. So don't buy physical silver, buy paper silver. I don't understand why people are so scared of paper silver. It's about making more money.
Right.
Buy
your futures, buy bullion. You can take delivery of bullion. If you're afraid of the futures market, you can take delivery of a COMEX contract. It's no big deal.
Yeah, you can buy
a lot cheaper than storing it somewhere else.
Right. One future on silver is 5,000 ounces of silver. You can get that delivered to your house. You just gotta.
I wouldn't do that, because when you want to sell it, you got to redeliver it to an exchange.
Exactly. You can have
but yeah, you can have the warehouse receipt, and the chances are of those getting confiscated are rather remote, although it's possible. But it's just, I'm not afraid of the futures market, and
I love the futures market. I think it's too volatile for a retirement portfolio. But let me see SLV. Man, I'm gonna have to buy internet on the flight, because I think today is the day to start buying into some of these markets. If the futures, if S&P is trading above this candle, I'm bullish. At least for the short term, at least for a 1 to 4 day correction. Hey, this is Canaan. This is the mining stock. They're down 80%. I'll wait for the 9 though. I'll wait for the double 9.
Well, I don't think the verdict is in yet on this flu crisis. I think there's a lot more to it than is out there. So I'm going to be real curious of what this thing is really all about, because I'm just,
Oh, my L's are not working. Damn it. Sorry. How do I get SLV? Silver, and now I'll do this. It was like I have like
I did
4
not realize
keys that
silver
don't work.
dropped like that. I didn't realize that. That's incredible.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Silver is going to be on a 9 when the market's open. And SLV had a couple of tops, combo 13 and a 9, double 9 here.
Well,
Man,
I think what
tomorrow.
everybody needs to look at is look at the price action in Bitcoin compared to the stock market, compared to gold, compared to silver. And if you notice, when the Bitcoin crash and it hit at exhaustion, it's not a regulated market, so it was able to go down there to under 32 and just clean everybody's whistle, and it recovered. And then the stock market, because it was being held up through the regulations, when it broke, Bitcoin only went down to 4,400, and now it's recovered. Now this thing starts up from here. I don't. We could be looking back at the end of the week at $10,000 Bitcoin. That's what I think the risk is. You don't want to be short in here. I don't think at all.
Oh God, no. There's no way you're shorting here. You gotta buy it. You just gotta buy every dip. You gotta buy every single Bitcoin dip now, because this is how markets bottom. We finally got it. We finally did what I've been expecting to do. But yeah, this ratio will pull back, probably down back to 100 or so. So I can certainly see silver as a good, maybe not a good trade, but I like this 9. Like,
well,
I will
might
take
be a
this
record.
trade.
I remember it's been out to 120 before, but 127, I don't remember.
Well, no, it's never been to 120 either. It's not. It hasn't even been close. I mean, this is the ratio going back to 75, and we hit 100. Okay. We hit 100 in 1990, and we just blew right through it.
Okay. I guess that's right. There's the Hunt fiasco. It didn't go. It was up to 60. Yeah, because I always remember all these silver bulls. They say, "Oh, it's going to go back to 17 to 1," but that was a contrived ratio. That the silver miners and a bunch of politicians. It's like setting the price of corn or anything else. Those kind of things backfire in the end. But wow, that's just amazing. So where are you now? You're in South Africa still, or?
I'm still in South Africa, but I decided to come home, so I don't know if I'll get quarantined when I arrive. I don't want to risk U.S. shutting down all international travel and getting stuck in South Africa for 6 months. So I decided if I'm going to get stuck somewhere for 6 months, I'd rather be home.
Yeah, I gotta cross the border regularly to pay off my credit card. I might just have to pay interest on credit cards. I'm afraid to
I'm sorry. Okay, can we go back to that?
Yeah.
Why do you have to cross the border to pay your credit card?
Well, because I have to pay it off I'm in a U.S. bank, so I have to run money across the border to pay off my
But you can't do it remotely?
Well, I have to deposit funds, and usually what I'm doing is selling Bitcoin in Mexico and running the cash across.
Why don't you use an Embly card? That's what I do as I'm here in South Africa. I couldn't exchange any dollars. Just send Bitcoin, prepaid Bitcoin debit card up to $13,000 prepaid.
Yeah, but I sell them Bitcoin at a premium down here. That's what I do. And then if I take, I declare it. It's perfectly legal. I mean, if I take more than 10,000 across, I declare it.
But is it worth it, right? I mean, you may sell it for a 2% premium. Embly charges you a 2% fee.
No, you sell it for it's a bigger premium than that. Right now, is it really worth the trouble though to keep going across the border? Sometimes it's a couple thousand. Sometimes it's a couple $1,000 higher down here. Right now, it's about $700 higher.
Oh, I guess that's pretty good. Anyway, a big plug for Embly, because they saved my ass here in South Africa, because I ran out of Rand, and this is what I was using to at restaurants and
MasterCard,
going
their
around.
Visa and MasterCard work down there? It works too, right? That's what it is. It's a MasterCard? Or
So the only card I have is American Express now. I kind of canceled everything and I kind of only have American Express.
Yeah.
And not everybody accepts American Express.
Right.
So I would have ended up in a little bit of trouble because the Embly card is a MasterCard logo and it was accepted everywhere.
Oh, that's good. Well, yeah, I think I'll get one. I always get. I recommend. I need to have American Express. I recommend Capital One. They have a great card, and it's useful everywhere. And Discover is great too, but it's like American Express. It's not used very well. But yeah, you always want the card without the international fees, exchange fees. So that's why you do.
All right, enough plugs. But hey,
Yeah.
guys, Ugly. Speaking of Ugly, where's your newsletter? It should be here somewhere. There you are. Should bump you up a little bit. Ugly's newsletter subscription right here.
Yeah.
Hey, come on. You have to admit I was right. What did I tell you? The moment you decided to do a subscription service and you said it was going to be 0.1 lifetime, what did I tell you?
Yeah, I get. The problem with that is that you need to have a renewal to keep your business going and actually to continue to create more content. So yeah, you warned me about that. I mean, our lifetime members gave us a great jump start, but we're going to starting April 30th. It's the end of lifetime. It's still lifetime. The price is the same, and it's my life, not yours. So right, but
yeah,
it's $400. But
yeah,
then after that, it's going to be the same price, but there'll be a yearly renewal of a couple $100.
Yeah, so Ugly is going away from the lifetime subscription for 0.1, and it's going to be yearly 0.1, which is what I told him to do the moment I heard he was going to offer a lifetime subscription, because I learned my lesson from the stupidity of me offering a lifetime access to the indicator, and that was a huge mistake. I should have just done it monthly or I don't know. Like, I'm actually thinking of giving it away for free in the near future, but those that paid for it seem to, for some reason, be upset. I don't know why. It doesn't change anything for you. There's no plans for that at the moment. I'm also only going to do it when I have the subscription notification service. Lifetime memberships are terrible business decisions, as I've learned and Ugly learned.
Right, it is, but it was good because it was a jump start. It got us going. You know, basically, I was at the time I was going to risk 10 Bitcoin, and that's about what we had to risk before we got it back. So, you know, we were able to, but it's not good for an ongoing operation. It doesn't work. You know, we would tend to get lazy. We need to keep our content current and keep it getting better and better. And the only way you can do that is you have to work with renewals. So while it's a benefit, not just to us, but also to the customer, in the long run.
GE has fallen to $6. I don't know what that means. See, GE is not necessarily a stock I'd want to buy at $6 because no one is going to buy out GE. That is different than GoPro. Something like GoPro is a lot more interesting to me at $2 than GE at $6, only because I can see many companies buying out GoPro for like $5 a share, right? Like, I can see GoPro being sold to another company at this point. Can't believe how far this stock has fallen. Jesus Christ. So something like GoPro is way more interesting to me. Same thing with Fitbit. Fitbit has actually held up. Look at Fitbit. Wow. What happened here? Oh, did they get bought out? No, I don't know.
Well, something's going contra-seasonal or contra the trend, huh?
I mean, if they got bought out here, that's taken a long time to close the deal.
All it did is fill that gap. That thing looks like it's getting ready to shoot way up now, doesn't it?
Well, it depends, unless they got bought out. Fitbit buyout? Did they get bought out? Google parent company Alphabet will buy Fitbit. Boom, I knew it. The chart looked like a buyout. Like, again, I've seen. This is what happens when you stare at charts long enough. That's exactly it. See, this is why I am interested in a stock like GoPro. It doesn't mean I'm going to take the trade, but because see, Fitbit, Google will pay $7.35 per share. And when did this announcement come? The announcement came in November of last year, right? So if we go back to the Fitbit chart, October, see this right here? Somebody knew. So somebody knew something. So someone probably got arrested by the SEC or by the Justice Department from the SEC. So somebody knew something. This is the buyout. This is the buyout news, unless the news was out earlier. And they're going to buy them for $7 and change, though I'm not sure why the stock is trading at $6 if Google is going to pay $7 and change for it. So that seems kind of silly unless something is wrong with the deal. But see, this is what I'm anticipating is the future of GoPro. Someone is going to buy it. And it can jump from $2 up to like 5 or 10 because someone is going to pay at least 3x on this price, at least.
So it looks like your airport there is pretty empty, is it? I traveled over the weekend and
the
like
airport
20% full.
This airport is completely empty. I'm curious what Cape Town looks like because my flight to the US from Cape Town is fully booked flight. I barely got a seat on that flight. There was like one seat left on the entire freaking flight.
Well, you know, I bought a ticket in advance to the Dominican Republic, you know, because I was planning on going to that. And I was going to try and you know, change it to Bali. And I got notice that they canceled it on their own. They just canceled the flight. No reschedule or nothing. They said all the flights are canceled.
So people want me to look at Disney stock. Why did Disney fall? Oh, I know. Oh yeah, Disney's gonna get crushed. No one's gonna go to Disney theme parks. I mean, come on, guys. Disney's gonna suffer a lot. That's a big fall. United.
What stocks have profited from this thing anyway? I'm sure there's some that are just skyrocketing for some reason. You know,
so United crashed 30% yesterday because they announced 85% reduction in flights. And when I saw that, I'm like, shit, I better get back to the US because otherwise I may not be able to get back. So United is down 80%. See, this is like the financial crash of 2008, only this one is affecting the travel industry. And the financial stocks recovered nicely, and these will recover. Like there's going to be some amazing opportunities to go long. Here's another one that I kind of like, which is Under Armour. Under Armour took a massive hit. This probably has to do because of sports. And I think Under Armour can definitely recover because it's clothes. So even if the athletes aren't buying them, people will go back to Under Armour. So I think I think this one fell more than it should. I understand why the airlines fell this much, but I think Under Armour fell a little more than it should have in this event. Like unless I'm missing something. Like I'm not sure why Under Armour is down 60%. I understand why United is down 80, but I'm not sure why Under Armour is down 60. Oh God, yeah, no one's going to be flying to space anytime soon. But this could be a good pickup in the near future.
Gee. Well, I have not read Tyler Jenks' book yet, but I would be really curious if this, you know, I mean, this is the question: is this thing just going to pop right back up, or is this the beginning? The problem that we have, I mean, we're in such a wash with paper that I can't see what's going into a big depression, inflation. Now, we could just go into some kind of inflation where the markets don't keep up with you know, other assets.
Budweiser is down 70% from last year. I mean, I talk about an oversold stock. Yeah, so a lot of this stuff is gonna, fake Zoom is amazing. This is fake Zoom. It's incredible. How dumb are people? Look at this. Look at this. This stock was less than a penny. And then Zoom, the ticker ZM, which is what we're using right now, goes public, and people confuse ZOOM with ZM, and the stock is now $15, and it was less than a penny a year ago.
And what's the real Zoom? What's it look like?
Oh, real Zoom is still looks good. $118 stock.
Okay. Yeah, it hasn't been affected. It's going up. Well, you know, exactly, because people are going to be using more and more Zoom because they're not traveling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Which is why. Did you see my? I sent out a tweet. I've been tweeting a lot more, but hold on. Let me scroll down here.
Well, the goat lady's making 50,000 masks right now, so we're busy.
She's making masks.
Yeah. Somebody walked in, they want 50,000 masks, so she's got a whole bunch of people making masks.
Here, look, check this out. So I sent out this tweet on February 5th, and I say, I would short all travel-related industry and oil if it's not too late, and long conferencing software like Zoom, ZM, if not too late. I sent out February 5th. So February 5th, I said short airlines. Oh, well, I didn't say airlines. I said short travel and oil, and go long Zoom. That was February 5th.
Yeah,
so
that was before any of this crap came out. Yeah.
From February 5th, here's what we've done from February 5th. We are up 37% in Zoom, and oil is down from February 5th. Let me see. From February 5th, the daily oil. Oil is down. Oil is down 55% from February 5th. And airlines are down even more. Like United is destroyed. They're gonna need a bailout. They'll get it. It's the biggest U.S. airliner. They'll get a bailout. Yeah, February. I sent it out February 5th right here. It would have been tough for me to short because it was on a 9 buy, but there's your February 5th. It's down 78%.
Gosh.
All right, Ugly. Anything else to add?
No, just guys, you can make money on down markets and you can make money on up markets. So we've had the down.
Well,
so
I plan to make money on selling options in this time of high volatility, but I'll be hedged. So I'm really looking into covered call strategies here, especially with the S&P 500. And maybe silver. Ooh, that's another good one. You know, I may look into that. I may sell some covered calls on silver.
I used to trade a lot of silver, so I might be
because implied volatility on silver is probably high.
That's incredible. That is really incredible, guys. Yeah, I kind of like the way the silver's looking now. That you see that quiet day, and they didn't let anybody that bought it today end up with a profit. So the day traders are, they're not letting the day trader in. And that little kind of doji what closes towards the bottom, if that reverses up and down, you're probably going to get a nice spot. Am I gone? Did I lose a connection? Hello? All right.
Hey, Ugly, you still with me?
I don't know what happened, but I lost you.
Oh, I know what happened. I hit the limit on free Wi-Fi at the airport, and I just switched to my own personal cell phone hotspot.
Oh, okay, okay.
But
All right.
we're probably gonna wrap up the show soon, and I'm gonna go to the lounge, and I can probably get their hotspot. They wouldn't let me in the lounge because it's only like 2 hours prior to your flight, which is ridiculous. But yeah, hey guys, if you want to support, please check out the affiliate page. Ugly's newsletter is right here. You can go ahead, sign up for Ugly's newsletter.
They get a 15% discount, and
Yep,
whatever
right
you
there.
do right now with the price where it's at is $400 lifetime subscription. You get all the bells and whistles. We're going to be doing a Discord. We're building a trading room, and I'm going to actually be trading live. Juan Galt's helping me set it up. He's going to have the cameras around it, so you'll actually be able to see me doing stuff in real time. So that's going to be fun. And we're setting up the Bitcoin house for that. And
yeah, and
fun.
I'm gonna be putting together a trading competition for the Bali event.
Yeah. So like I say, the lifetime subscription with the 15% discount, that's 0.085 Bitcoin. And that's lifetime membership. May 1st, it's going to be the same price, but it's going to be for 1 year, and then there'll be a yearly renewal of like 0.02, you know, a couple $100 or $200 a year. So,
all right, guys, you heard Ugly. Just
thanks for having me on, buddy, and hope you get home safely.
yeah, thank you. The financial summit will, of course, take place in Bali the first week of November. Ugly will be there. It's so sad Tyler never got a chance to go to the financial summit. It's he would have it would have made his decade probably. And understanding Bitcoin is moved to October. Let's hope we can all fly by then. All right, guys, that's it for me. I am currently bullish Bitcoin. As you can see, we are ticking up as we speak. I think this is a potential for a breakout. I am bullish Bitcoin right now. That doesn't mean we can't go lower, but at the moment, I am bullish. I am holding my GBTC position, and I might even add more. That's my view on it. The stock market has a chance to bottom out and rebound for at least a 1 to 4 candle correction. I like buying off of this 9, and I will probably be selling covered calls against it. If I'm in Cape Town, I will try to put the options webinar on sale then, and then we go from there. All right, guys, that's it for us. Ugly, thank you again for joining me on the stream. Saying goodbye from Johannesburg International Airport on my way to Cape Town, and then trying to get back to the US. We will find out if I get quarantined into a hospital once I get there, which would be unfortunate. I'm going to plan to just quarantine myself for like a month and not see anyone. Talk to you guys hopefully from Cape Town later today. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.